A new report on mammograms finds 1 in 7 women is actually overdiagnosed. That means the detected breast cancer is actually slow growing or poses no harm. UCSF Breast Cancer Center Director Dr. Laura Esserman explains what women need to know about an overdiagnosis and how an ongoing trial may help reduce the risk.
We know that that one of the issues with screening is it does help us find, serious cancers earlier. That's the good side of early detection. But we have known now for many years that the other problem with screening is that it can surface small cancers that might not come to clinical attention. This is very well understood in the field of prostate cancer, perhaps less well understood in the setting of breast cancer. But in fact, this just documents that indeed, yes, it is, and is putting more of a number on it. It's been estimated to be anywhere from 5 to 30%. I think a lot of people think that it's in the range of 15% or 1 in 7 women. And I think this is important, right? That these are issues that people need to know about. So all cancers are not found with screening. About 60% of cancers are found with screening. About 40% of cancers are found by women themselves because they feel something. Super important point, if you feel a mass, just because you've had a recent normal mammogram, don't ignore it. This is particularly true over the last couple of years in COVID. Don't ignore that symptom. But it's also important to know if you have a very small, low-grade screen-detected cancer, it might be extremely low risk. And there, we want the opportunity to safely do less.
So tell me, is the Wisdom trial still ongoing, and might this help in the long term? And can people still sign up for it?
Yes, great. The Wisdom study is still open. The Wisdom study is a large pragmatic trial. We have 45,000 women who have signed up to be part of this trial now. We're testing annual screening starting at 40 against the idea that we can personalize screening based on a woman's risk. One of the goals of the trial is to try and help focus screening and screening resources on the people who are at risk for the more serious or consequential cancers, and maybe make sure that we do less harm in the setting of very low risk and find fewer of these cancers that are very indolent, but also to bring attention to that. So it's not so bad that you find it. It's just important to recognize it and not overtreat it. And you asked, how can people sign up for it? We would love everyone who's between 40 and 74 who hasn't had a diagnosis of breast cancer to join us and help us get better answers for ourselves, for our families, for our friends. So you just go to wisdomstudy.org. You can sign up. It doesn't matter where you get your care. We're really looking to help figure out how to improve and keep making screening better. Early detection by integrating it with risk assessment and integrating it with opportunities for prevention and risk reduction.
And then just one more question, and that is, what is the issue of finding something which poses no harm theoretically to a woman? Why do we need to do a better job at that?
Well, I think it's, when people hear the word cancer, it's very frightening. And everybody thinks, oh my gosh, if I have a cancer, that I'm going to die if I don't do something and I don't do something immediately. And one of the things that happens is that people sometimes hear that word and then they wind up doing a very aggressive surgical procedure that they probably don't need. So what we want to do increasingly now, we don't ever treat women with the exact same treatment. We tailor our treatments based on the kind of cancer they have and how much risk it poses. That's the right way to treat cancer in the modern era. So the more we know about it, the better we are. And the most important thing about it, ultra low risk or indolent cancers, that we don't overtreat it and that we give someone reassurance, because we have tools now to be able to detect which cancers are which at the time of diagnosis. That's great progress. But just like we've upgraded and improved the way we've been able to individualize everyone's cancer treatment, we want to be able to do the same thing for screening and prevention. It's high time we work on improving the way we approach screening and prevention and think about using all of our tools to personalize or assign screening in a way that makes more sense for the people at highest risk and also makes sense for the people at lowest risk. So we improve it and we reduce harm.
The study was published in the Annals of Internal Medicine. For more information on the Wisdom trial, go to kpix.com.